All right, my friends, we are finally here. This is episode 100, and wait for it, 69.
Nice.
Of Prof and Dev Play Games. I am at Prof Plays Games. He is at Summer Speak. He is the developer. I am not, but I am a professor and a gamer, and we are here to talk about so much news. Game Awards, Kind of Funny Games Showcase, Epic Store, and then we're going to talk all about what we're playing, which is mainly Smash Brothers with a little bit of other things sprinkled in. But I did want to say that I finally played your game, and
You did.
it was awesome. And I'm not going to say more of it because I don't know what I'm supposed to say or not, but it was great.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes.
But yes, we finally were able to be in a place where we can start showing off this weird little pitch prototype, as we call it. 'Cause this is the pitch to make money. So it's not even any final game, but it should give you a sense of what the game is and where it could go.
Yeah, I don't know how you fit Ridley into the game, but that was pretty cool.
I know.
I'm a little surprised at the end.
I mean, we might have some copyright issues there, but I'm sure we'll solve those before we release.
Awesome. Yeah, talk to Mr. Nintendo.
Who's gotten hurt by copyright stuff before?
Especially with
no
Nintendo.
one, right?
Yeah. The people who put up the right before Smash came out, like the music from Smash and video content from Smash, they all got shut down. Their channels are gone. So yeah, no one's been hurt.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you got to play the unnamed game at the moment. And
yeah.
I would say unnamed game because it really is unnamed. We've slapped in random placeholder things. What is it right now? Altarium. Because it just sounds high fantasy.
Yes, definitely.
That was the only thing. It's like, it's one word, sounds high fantasy, whatever. And as the prototype, we call it Hermit Crab. So.
Oh, nice. It's better than what I would have named it, which would probably have been something like Big Old Dong or something like that. So yours is
there you go.
Much, much better.
Was that the original name for Persona?
Big Old, maybe. Speaking of Persona, that's a nice segue into, oddly enough, the Game Awards. There was a bunch of stuff.
Nothing else could have happened in the Game Awards, and I was done right there.
Didn't
matter.
I texted you right as that was happening. It happened to be the one time I was watching it live, and I was just like, what the Jesus Christ? Joker is going to be the first DLC character for Smash Brothers, which just blew me away.
Yeah.
Totally crazy. Like,
so these are these going to be similar to whatever the DLC packs for the Wii U Smash was going to be, or are they going to be bigger? I know that they wouldn't have more than one character.
Correct.
But will there be trophies?
Well, there's no trophies in the game as it is.
Not trophies.
Like spirits?
No, I'm sure there'll be spirits.
Yeah, I hope so.
What is it whenever in Smash where it's the trophy fighters, right?
Oh, assist
trophies.
Oh, maybe.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they add more assist trophies? So, like, would you see other characters from Persona 5 as assist trophies?
So, in the Wii U version, they added fighters and stages and music and costumes, but there were no assist trophies added, as far as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe now it'd be nice if they added like a whole suite of stuff for like themed to that fighter. Because before I think it was like, fighter stage costumes related to that. Like when it was Cloud, fighters related to Final Fantasy or costumes. I mean, and music, but no assist trophies. That'd be cool if they did that. But I'm hoping
just to getting a little bit more from the game.
Yeah, from Persona.
Because it's cool they're getting Joker, but man, I would love to see at least a few more of the characters at least show up in like little cameo spots.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was done after that though. I was like, cool. Don't care about the awards anymore. You've shown me that. Kind of surprised Nintendo chose the Game Awards as the place to do that. But
it was like the announcement of the night. Like it was.
I think so.
There were some other announcements that I saw later that I didn't know about. That was just like the Counter-Strike Battle Royale mode or whatever. That was interesting.
Yeah.
They were like
Danger Zone thing.
Yeah, Danger Zone.
I saw them talking about it on Steam.
Right.
It was featured on Steam today, I should say.
I remember loading it up when I went to check out your game, and I was like, "What is this thing?" Because I didn't see it or hear it. So.
CS:GO is free to play now, and has a battle royale mode. It's smaller. It's a smaller battle royale.
Like fewer, like how many
Fewer people.
How many? What's
I
the
don't
player
remember.
count?
I'd have to see the player count. I know it wasn't 100 though.
Yeah.
Someone said 25, but I was like, is that really? But again,
That seems really low.
Counter-Strike, so it's hard to say where they're trying to balance like map size and total player counts, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a thing. Got to do something to fight off the Epic Store.
That we can kind of like wrap that news into here. Last week,
well, one of the announcements here was Hades.
Oh my God!
Which is only available on the Epic Store.
Right, and before we get into that, I want to just lay the groundwork real quick. Last week, I don't know if we talked about it or not, but Valve came out with like new tier structures for people who sell like millions and millions of copies, so that the publishers can get more money. And then Epic came out this last week and said we're going to do an 88-12 revenue split, and if you use Unreal Engine, we'll give the 5% back or something like that.
Yeah, because if you use Unreal Engine, you have to pay a 5% royalty on anything over. I have to check again. And they don't ping you if you don't make a ton of money.
Right.
But you have to pay an engine royalty. But they're waiving that engine royalty if you sell on the Epic from any sales through the Epic Store.
So it's just like such a good deal for the developers, and I've already seen quite a few people or games that are like delisting on Steam and jumping over to Epic, and then Hades is like we're early access only on Epic. Yep. And it looks like Transistor. It looks like Bastion. Is that isometric dungeon crawling kind of thing. Pyre was a step in a different direction, but this is coming back to home, I think.
Yes. I immediately saw it in the music, everything. It's super giant through and through.
Yeah.
I will be picking that up at some point, but it's also one of those I'm like, I kind of want this on Switch.
Right. I want it on console for sure, but that's just because of how my house is set up, and I don't really have the ability to play my computer right now.
Yeah, but it looks so good.
It looks great. So that's something I'm super excited about.
Yeah. So yeah, now we got have another big player in the PC store. And they're really going to put it to Steam, which is good. I think Valve needs some really good competition.
Yeah, this is going to disrupt it pretty well. I think.
And they need to get disrupted a bit on that. I've seen from the standpoint, like as a developer and other developers, like love, of course, the 88-12 split. That's
of course
incredible. Like pulling out a lot of stuff that people don't want there. Like you can remove there is no, through the Epic Store, forums or discussion boards for the game, so that you don't have to monitor those for your game. People want to do that, they can make their own Discords and do whatever they need to do.
Right.
And they're going to be doing a lot of like work with streamers and content creators. So you can work with content creators to play your game, really. Get developers in more contact with content creators, and then give content creators a way to get a percentage of sales when their streams like sell games through the Epic Store.
Right.
So makes content creators happy. It's a lot like how Fortnite already does some of that.
Well, the crazy thing about that
streamers.
Was Epic said they'll cover the fee for the first 24 months or something like that. Like the streamer gets like 1% of sales, or let's say it's 1%, but the Epic Store will cover that for the first 2 years. That's crazy.
That's great. Yeah, so there's a lot of really good stuff there, and all I can really hope there is that it will shake Valve enough that they'll start doing things with Steam that actually like help the consumer,
right,
and developers, as opposed to feeling like they add things and they add features, but it never feels like it's stuff that people really care about. And now I feel like they'll need to reevaluate and really think about, okay, what features do players and developers actually want on Steam? What do they care about? Because there's not a lot there. It's a jumbled mess of just more and more. They just kept on adding over the years, and right. I don't think just piling more on and more features actually makes for a better experience. Then they have problems with surfacing games to players, right. And they just constantly have issues with that. They had a big problem with it last week. They had to do a big apology explaining it was in October. They rolled out some changes and some bugs and some indie a lot of indies saw their like traffic drop on Steam, huge numbers.
Oh wow!
All because they messed up, and it really hurts developers. So
yeah, every day
so
of lost
much there,
sales,
and if it,
right?
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, people are excited about the fact that the Epic Store will be curated, which is something I think before Steam was curated, and then Greenlight came in, and then the floodgates kind of opened after that.
They didn't want. They did curation for a while, and then they wanted the volume of games that started coming in didn't. They couldn't keep up with it, so then they did something like Greenlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then that started getting a lot more coming through, and then they just got rid of that completely.
Right.
And just said, pay $100, you can get a game on Steam.
Yeah.
And now it's the floodgate. They're just open, and a lot of crap's there.
And
they wanted the curators, because they were the different streamers and like PC Gamer and different magazines and different organizations could have their own curation lists. And they expected, they're like, oh, follow the people, the sites and streamers you like, and they'll recommend games that you might like.
Right.
And it never really worked. Like, that system never really took off. And then even from being behind the scenes, most users never engaged with that system. So
yeah, I see on mine, I see it pop up every once in a while, like Rock Paper Shotgun or something will pop up with something that it wanted to let you know was good, and I'd click through every once in a while, but I don't think it ever led to a sale.
Yeah, so they have issues, and it's about time that we get some other. The thing is there's other stores out there, but this is one of the first times I've seen there's like serious competition from like the pricing structure, the fact that the Epic launcher where the store is at. I mean, it's. Fortnite has how many millions of players?
That's the crazy thing is, Half-Life, I think it was 2, right? Was the Trojan horse for Steam. So Fortnite is the Trojan horse for the Epic Store. And the crazy thing is how young the audience is for Fortnite. Like, this is going to pay dividends if it's, maintains itself, like, much further down the line. Because then they're in on Fortnite, they're in that store, and then eventually when they start buying games later, that's where they're going to do it. It's just such a smart way to get that audience in there buying things, or at least seeing things right now. And they're giving away games. Was it every month in 2019 or something like that? Yeah.
They already had some up, like Subnautica, and there was something else in December. I don't know if you get them permanently, but there's like a 2-week period where the game is free and you can just play it.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it's a great way to try out different games. So yeah, that's a thing. They announced it earlier in the week, and I was really surprised at the Game Awards to see Hades shown and saying, hey, it's on the store right now on Epic. Because Epic, on their announcement, when they announced the store, said, hey, the store will be going live like early January.
So is Hades not on there right now then?
No, it's for sale. You can buy it.
Okay.
Like, that's the thing. Like, they didn't just were like, fooled you. Actually, we have games available now.
Dang.
So enjoy.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to go. I haven't downloaded the launcher or anything like that, but Hades, I've watched the video like 3 or 4 times already. I'm thinking, I need to jump in on this pretty soon. It's
going to be really cool.
It's I bought Pyre, and I've actually never booted it up, and I keep wanting to go back and boot up Transistor, and I don't know why Pyre just hasn't spoken to me enough for me to like jump in there, but this one scratches the Transistor itch for me.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that out of the awards, them showing that off. I was not expecting a new Supergiant game.
Right.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, the kind of segueing off of what we're talking about indies there, I was really excited to see Celeste win a couple of awards.
That was really nice.
Yeah. And the best independent game, and also game for impact. And just seeing Matt Mix game, or Matt, what's his name? Matt Thorsten? What's his last name? I forget. But just up there, the whole team up there for Celeste, it looked really cool. And I liked how they, Jeff Keighley and whoever, people running that show, kind of let the people who actually got on stage to give a speech, just kind of let them go. Didn't really time them out or whatever. I would have liked to see more.
Say this thing ran for like 3 hours.
Right, and I was going to say I would like to see more awards on stage, but I understand you have to have a mix of the awards plus the announcements plus other stuff. So I thought it was really well paced this time.
I was going to mention that it was 3 hours, but it felt well paced.
Yeah,
like it kept moving, things kept moving along. There wasn't a lot of like, okay, let's get on with this. I would say dead air or padded time. It was just like, no, we're talking to people and showing things and letting people on stage talk. I was very happy to see God of War win so many awards,
including Game of the Year.
I know. I really thought it was going to be Red Dead.
Well, the way the night was going, where Red Dead was winning.
Well, at the beginning, it was like
best performance and audio and music,
audio, music,
narrative.
Narrative. Like right. I was like, oh, it's okay. Red Dead's gonna clean up, and then it just completely switched over to God of War as the like kind of final awards came in, which is well deserved. So I've been where we never beat it or anything. I'm like, I'm gonna watch a stream, like a full stream of this, just from the start all the way through. JP, I've been watching. He's playing it on like the hardest difficulty.
Oh wow! Give me God of War.
I get tense and super worked up just watching the game.
Oh, Jesus.
Like super on edge. The game is so freaking exhausting, just even from watching it on a stream. It's gorgeous, though. Holy crap. And it just gets better and better, but man, is it intense.
That's the thing is like that game is so freaking intense. I need to be in a right mood for it because it's definitely a game that I want to go back to and beat because it looks like a great game, and the direction of the game, it's something that I want to experience at just single cut. It just feels good. Like I think the problem with Red Dead Redemption, which I have not played, but I have friends who have, is just the way that you interact with the game is just like molasses almost. Like there's just such a barrier between the gameplay to get to the narrative that it's not fun to play.
Yeah.
But God of War is, even just throwing the axe and recalling it just feels good.
Yep.
I definitely want to get back to it, but there's a little thing called Assassin's Creed Odyssey that keeps eating up all my time.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's not going to be less things eating up your time.
No, for sure not.
But that was really cool seeing it with God of War. I was super happy to see Monster Hunter World get best role-playing game.
What I forget what it was up against. Like, it is a role-playing game, but when I think of role-playing game,
it's a role-playing game through and through.
Yeah. I also think of narrative. Is there narrative to this game?
Yeah, there's a story in there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it doesn't need to be
choices really, but there is a story that keeps you moving along.
Yeah.
What was it up against? It was up against Ni no Kuni no Kuni 2, Octopath Traveler, Dragon Quest 11. I'm surprised about that, and Pillars of Eternity 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense because considering it feels like Monster Hunter World was the game that most of the people voting probably played.
Yes.
Also, it deserves it. It's an amazing game, of course, but that was, to me, a little bit of a surprise. I thought it was Octopath Traveler's category, but you know.
I honestly thought it would either be that or probably that or Dragon Quest 11 because I know a lot of people really like Dragon Quest 11.
Yeah.
That one made me pretty happy.
Speaking of Monster Hunter World real fast, apparently there's Geralt of Rivia is coming to Monster Hunter World next year, which means Professor Larry is buying this fucking game next year.
On PlayStation, right? So we can play?
Yeah, on PS4. Absolutely.
Sweet.
I'll
play more of it.
Cool. I'm down for that.
Because they announced that, and they announced next fall. The big paid expansion, which is interesting how they're doing it, because usually this is when they would be relaunching it as like the ultimate version.
Right.
So you would, on the 3DS ones, you would have like Monster Hunter 4, and then later you'd have Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Which is like a revamped version of the same game with more monsters and more to do.
Right.
They're not doing that. They're just having it as an expansion to Monster Hunter World this time around.
So I shouldn't be waiting for the Game of the Year edition, basically.
Nope.
Like, okay.
You should. I mean, you'll get this thing eventually. And who knows if you'll even get to the point where you do those monsters. Because
that's true. Yeah, how long that game is. Honestly, I just want to cut things up with Geralt. And I'm not sure. I still don't understand if he's just like a side quest kind of thing where you play as him, or if you can play the whole game as Geralt.
I don't know,
because that's going to make the difference for me.
Though.
No, he's not a skin. Absolutely not. He's a character. It's not like Aloy.
Yeah.
So
Ryu or any of the other ones that they've done.
They did Ryu?
Yeah. They did that. Yeah, and it's like if you put on all the items, you could look like Ryu from Street Fighter.
Interesting.
And then they did a Dante from Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm. Some sort of Final Fantasy 14 thing, wasn't there?
There was. I don't know. I think it was like you could get stuff that craft armor, like not actual armor. It was like there's a layered armor thing, so it just changes how you look. Not you can have whatever armor underneath transmogging.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was some armor set that looked like FF14 armor, one of the class armors. I didn't play it during that time. I think I was gone on my summer vacation when most of that was going on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited for Geralt showing up in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, good job, guys. Like giving more life to this game and bringing in people who, I don't know. Like I feel like on the periphery, like it was something that I thought would be interesting, but I needed something to kind of hook me in, and this for sure is it.
Well, he is a monster hunter.
Yeah, it just makes perfect sense. It's so good. A couple other games that won awards I want to give a shout out to. Astrobot won Best VR, and Into the Breach won Best Strategy Game.
Yep.
Both amazing games, so I'm super happy to see those get recognized. Like, seriously, I'm thinking of bringing my PSVR up there just so you can experience Astrobot. I know you have VR and you've done different kinds of games, but this game is something to see.
Seems like it's pretty special.
It really is.
Winning that. I was really surprised Overcooked 2 won Best Family.
It won the Nintendo category.
I know. I was like, these are all Nintendo. Why? How can it win? But it did. Okay.
That's great. I haven't played 2, but 1 was a frustratingly great game.
Yeah. I think you called a certain number of these. Florence winning.
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah. The Breach, there's the Celestes. Yeah. Lots of great stuff. I was not expecting Return to Oberdin to win Best Art Direction.
Yeah, that one kind of sticks with me because, I think it looks interesting, but Octopath Traveler for me just is more stunning artwork. But,
I don't know. There definitely were some surprises in here, but
Assassin's Creed Odyssey got locked out, man.
It did.
As always, Assassin's Creed gets no award love, but they sell lots of copies, so I don't think they care that much.
Yeah. At this point, no. But I think there's a portion of it where they just being nominated in a lot of these is really cool for them.
Yeah,
because there's been many years where they don't even get nominated. But all I was really upset there was I wanted the voice actress for Cassandra to win.
I know, me too.
That was the only disappointing one to me. I was like, no, she's too good.
Right. I was hoping
she deserves all the recognition.
I was hoping there would be some recognition for Odyssey, and if it would be her. Because even, I'm 66 hours in, and I just finished the Minotaur quest, and it just still her range. Like, she has such a range in this game. She's incredible. And I haven't heard Roger Clark. I haven't heard Arthur Morgan, his character at all, but I guess that's great.
Yeah, but there are no badass female Spartan, so it's gonna be hard.
And I also think the hard thing about that particular nominee is that if you did play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, maybe half of you played Alexios and half of you played Cassandra. So maybe some of the critics who are voting didn't really get to experience Cassandra. So that's
or they get spoilers for Assassin's Creed. They get to experience Cassandra in that villain role.
Oh yeah, right.
Which is a different experience.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen any videos of that. Have you?
No, I'm very curious.
Yeah. It would be weird to play the game as Alexios after having played so much of it as Cassandra.
Yeah. No, I'm like, no, you can't play as Alexios. Why would you do that?
Right.
This is Cassandra's game.
Yeah.
Alexios is the evil brother.
Right. Well, he's one of my lieutenants now, though.
Exactly.
So I think that maybe kind of wraps up the Game Awards, the things that stood out to us. Honestly, it's just the Joker thing just blew me away. And I wanted two things related to that. One, if Joker's the first DLC character, like it feels like it opens the floodgates to basically anyone, maybe more Japanese focused than anything, but off the wall predictions. What do you think's coming?
I haven't even thought of it at this point, but I do think there will be a Japanese focus.
Yeah.
I don't see... That's the problem. Like, you keep wanting Banjo-Kazooie, I don't think it's such a hard one because they don't tend to
do Western stuff.
Do Western stuff. Like the deals are definitely made by Nintendo Japan, and with studios more based around there.
Here's the one reason why I think this really does open the door for... I think it does open the door for Banjo-Kazooie. I think they will be one of them. I think it'll be announced in a direct at some point with Phil Spencer or whatever. The reason why I think it's going to happen is simply because Banjo-Kazooie is not an assist trophy. I feel like Banjo-Kazooie has been such a part of video game history that they would be in here somewhere. I mean, there are other rare characters. There's King K. Rool. That's a rare character. They've got Shovel Knight as a assist trophy, which assist trophy. Someone has people have really wanted. So I would be dead shocked if Banjo-Kazooie is not in it. But if they are, I think they'll be the only Western focused DLC character, and the rest will be, boy, I don't know, like what Japanese. Like a Dragon Quest character. I don't know what Dragon Quest characters there are, but there's got to be like a Dragon Quest character coming or something like that.
Yeah, that's totally a possibility.
Or even a Monster Hunter character. Like we have Rathalos in the game, so I'm sure there's going to be a Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of hard.
Somehow.
Like they could do something there. I mean, but then it would just. The thing is, it feel like they want very iconic characters.
Correct.
And Monster Hunter, most of the characters are NPCs. And the character you have is something you just create.
Oh, so like a kind of...
You have a character
tabula rasa thing.
Yeah, so I just don't feel like they'll pull that. They always want like strong, unique characters that have their own voice. So... Well, and here's my... I mean, I say that. Let's do Cassandra. Let's do it.
Oh,
let's get the Assassin's Creed crossover. We already did Rabbids. Come on, let's go.
That would be amazing.
It could be a Rabbid. It could be a Rabbid.
Oh my god, if they did like Rabbid Peach...
Peach has been kicking my ass. I'm very angry about this.
A fucking Pokemon trainer just wiping the floor with me. It's been pretty crazy. Before we move on, though, I think my off-the-wall prediction is Tetraminos, like some sort of character made up of Tetraminos, and like that's a character somehow. But the second part of this question is, okay, Joker, does this presage at all Persona 5 coming to Switch?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll buy that full price right day one. Like I want a big fat RPG on that Switch.
I will play that one again and not care.
Oh my god.
Actually, I already started playing it again at one point.
Well, you might want to hold off because it looks like it might be coming to Switch.
I mean, it should. Do it. Come on. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
All these good, deep RPGs on Switch. Let's go.
Yeah, I would love it. Yeah, so that's the Game Awards. And then Saturday, there was something called the Kind of Funny Showcase, which was basically Kind of Funny Games doing a bunch of indie games and a couple of non-indie games, but it was just game after game after game after game.
Yeah.
And there were so many games. You guys should go to YouTube and Kind of Funny Games and just check out their video. There's just so many great things to see, like games that I never heard of and would never have known about except for this showcase, and things that are on my radar now. I just want to call it a couple that I thought were pretty interesting. One was called Fold Apart, which is basically like the story of this couple who's having like a long distance relationship, and it's kind of like this cartoony graphics. But the gameplay is you're seeing different scenes, landscapes or cityscapes or whatever, but then you fold the picture and you bring the characters closer together and then unfold it and bring them further away, and you're folding the landscapes to progress through the story. And it was a pretty striking visual. So that's a Fold Apart. And then the other one, which does not have a release date at all, which makes me worried because some of the ones in this showcase were like 2019. This one had none. It was called Jenny Leclue Detective-oo, which is it's a detective platformer kind of thing. Really striking art style to me, kind of teal color palette. It just looked really interesting to me. So those were two the indie ones that stood out to me, and at the end they gave information about the Walking Dead final season episode 3 launching in January, which was pretty emotional. And the beginning of the whole showcase was a bunch of developers talking about thanking people for playing their games, and then content creators thanking them for making games, and it was really an earnest showcase, and it was just boom, game after game after game. The indie games that a lot of people would probably go see at a PSX that didn't have a stage, so it was really cool.
Did not happen. Yeah. Didn't they want to do this because there was no PSX?
That's exactly why. That's how it started. He's like, oh, well, we do it instead. And he's like, fuck, why did we do this? This is so much work.
It is so much work, and they pulled it off.
Yeah. Oh, one more
They
game.
probably almost felt like they were going to die doing it.
If you
I
listen to
followed the Twitter, and
Yep. Their podcast
putting
lately.
on shows is intense.
Yeah, they're really tired. But it was hopefully they'll do it again because it was really. It almost felt too much. Like I feel like it could have been pruned a bit because they could have done a little bit more curation of some of the games. But overall, it was great to see these small indie games get a platform. One more I wanted to call out that was actually launched that day that I want to get is Quarantine Circular, which is in the same vein as Subsurface Circular, which is a Mike Biffle game.
Yeah, I saw that available, like people talking about it available on
Switch
instead. I just didn't know what the game is.
So Subsurface Circular is kind of like it's not a visual novel, but it's like a text-based game where things are happening, but you're having like a conversation over top of it.
Okay.
And you're making different choices, and it kind of drives the narrative. And it looks exactly the same kind of engine. So it's something that looks pretty unique from Subsurface Circular. And I haven't seen too much of the new one, just what was in the showcase. But it looks a lot the same. Like if you looked at a 10-second video, you'd kind of get the art style and the way that the game is driven by the choices in the dialogue.
Okay. Could be something cool. I don't know.
Yeah,
seems like it has good reviews. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, Subsurface Circular did for sure. I'm not sure about this one. But Thomas Was Alone and Volume. I think he did Volume too. Biffle. So, and then anything else that really stood out to me? Oh, Guacamelee 2 just came on the Switch.
I saw that.
Holy shit! There's a secret code you put into the costume area, and then you unlock shirtless arachnid person.
Oh, of course. It's
freaking amazing. You can play as basically shirtless Spider-Man in Guacamelee 2 with Greg Miller's little dog Portillo. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, and the last thing. God, I keep remembering things. Fucking Celeste is going to have a physical release from Limited Run Game. Oh God, I want to. I will be on there on the 1st to try to get it. Will I get it? Who knows? But I'm
Switch, I assume.
I'm gonna whatever I can get, whatever I can get my grippy little hands on.
Whatever.
Anything I can get my hands on, man. That game is a classic. Like maybe the best platformer I've ever played. Like maybe I like it better than any Mario platformer.
I
gotta replay it. I gotta find out. I gotta replay it and find out. But it's different, obviously, than a Mario game, but it is just so tightly put together, and there's so much to it, and so many smart, they do the Mario thing where like here's the quote unquote easy mode, which is not really easy anyways, but then you have like a more difficult B side, and then you want to like the torturous C side is kind of like the Mario Odyssey, or like you finish the game and then here's all the extra hard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. So much to play, man. Where the fuck? No time. Oh, they also showed Boyfriend Dungeon.
Oh, I mean, I saw it at PAX.
Yeah.
It looks so good. I'm so ready for that game.
I want it. It looks great.
I want to date my weapons. It's
yes,
cool.
Please. I would love that. My weapon currently is Young Link. Maybe I can date Young Link. Have you, I guess, for a transition to what we're playing, unless you have anything else to say from the...
No, that's it.
Cool.
I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately. I've had a friend in town and just other things going on, so I just saw a little bit of what was shown, but I haven't even been able to watch trailers.
Yeah,
so
if you go to YouTube tonight and just watch the first 5 minutes, the intro is really heartfelt and really cool, and then you can just watch the individual trailer somewhere else. But watch that intro; it's really good.
I'll do that,
and I think you'll like it a lot.
Yeah, so we can get into what we're playing.
Fucking Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Pretty much.
Oh my god! Tell me about your experience.
It's the most so. Though this is the most I've spent in a Smash Brothers in a long time.
Nice.
I think probably since N64.
Which we played. I mean,
I played some
weekend.
on the GameCube in college, but not a ton. Like, I didn't own it. Someone else, another person in the group I hung out with, owned it. And I tended to not play a lot of Smash with them because I was just like, I got very burnt out of Smash.
From our high school days?
Yeah, we played a lot.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit done after that. But man, there's a nostalgia trip playing this one.
Oh my god, I agree so much.
Oh my god, I'm just like this. This feels so much like I'm back in high school in so many ways. And god, there's so much content.
It's
unbelievable amount of content.
It's like Assassin's Creed Odyssey levels, just in terms of like, here's a $60 package, which I spent the full. I did the fighter pack too, just like with Odyssey. I bought the gold version, so I spent more than the 60. But even then, I feel like I didn't. There's more content than even that much money. It's just how many. There's the classic mode single player, all the different challenge modes, plus the World of Light, plus Spirit mode. Then you get into like the online mode, and then the Smash mode, and it's just like unreal. And
yeah, there's so much.
What have you been focusing on your time?
So if it's just me, classic for the most part, just working my way through classic.
Yeah.
If where it's been actually since having friends home, my kids want to play and stuff, we just do Smash.
Nice.
I put a simple basic rule set there, just with no time limit, 2 stock, which seems to work really well. My son's really getting into it. He really likes it.
What character is he gravitating towards? Link?
Samus.
Oh, interesting.
Really enjoyed Samus. So he was doing a lot of Samus, and then my wife spoke up tonight and was like, because he's going to do Samus again, and she's like, do Wii Fit Trainer. And he's like, sure, why not? He's like, what? And he didn't win the match, but it's the first time he's got a smash on me.
Oh, nice.
So was with the Wii Fit Trainer. The Wii Fit Trainer kicked my ass so many times trying to unlock
trying to unlock it, yeah.
She does so much damage.
Yeah,
holy
she does.
Shit.
Well, let's talk about that real quickly. Like the challenger mode, where like you play a little bit and it's like new challenger approaches. It used to be like a gimme fight. Like you just kind of kick their ass and collect them. Now,
I kind of feel like it was a gimme for the first couple.
It was, yeah. It gets harder as you unlock more.
The CPU has gone up because I didn't beat one any tonight. Got my ass kicked. I
mean, they said it, so the difficulty gets
pretty
worse.
Challenging. I got some.
Difficulty gets harder with the more that you unlock.
Oh.
So imagine when you get to like 74.
Oh, it's gonna kill me. But I got Jigglypuff, so I'm happy.
Oh, nice.
The Puff.
I've really enjoyed the journey to unlocking things. I know some people just want to do it, brute force it, and do it as quickly as possible, but I've really enjoyed just kind of doing it slowly because it's given me a chance to really play characters that I haven't before.
Yeah.
Like I played a bunch of Marth because I had him unlocked one of the first ones, and then Incineroar is fucking awesome, really cool character. And then I got Young Link, and in Smash 4 I really liked Link. They've changed him up a bit in this one, so like his remote bombs, or there's like another step to use them. But Young Link, his bombs work like the old Link, where you just down B and then down B again. You throw it, and when it hits someone, it blows up, as opposed to the remote bombs. But then he's got fire arrows, and he's just quicker. Like he seems really good. I've had a lot of success with him, and I would never have played him because if I had them all unlocked, I would have played my favorite Zero Suit Samus and Samus.
Yep. Got Zero Suit.
Nice. Yeah, I still got to do that. So I didn't even have my favorite unlocked. I'm finding new favorites, which is I'm really enjoying. And then spending a lot of time with World of Light, which I'm surprised how much I like it. Yeah, a lot of time. Just for some reason, every new battle is just so interesting to me. Like the care they've put into curating how they represent these characters is fun.
-1.
Yeah, except for the fucking... We have a black boxer, so we're going to represent him with a monkey. Donkey Kong. It's like, what the fuck, man? You guys have a boxer in the game. It's Little Mac. Just use him.
Did anyone look at this? They didn't.
The whole controversy about Game & Watch, one of his little moves or whatever, is him with like an Indian feather. So they took that away because it was, deemed as inappropriate. Treehouse didn't catch it. But Treehouse didn't catch Sandman Spirit. Like this.
Nope.
I got a text from a friend. He's like, yeah, check this out. I was like, holy shit. I thought it was fake. I was like, is this fake? He's like, no, that's real. I'm like, oh my God, guys. So we'll see. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
fun. You and I played. We got into
things
arena.
slip through like that, and I guarantee you, in Japan, they wouldn't even think about that.
No, of course not.
Like that's not a reference that is pretty understood there at all.
Right. Which might mean that it's innocent, but
Oh, from there, I would expect, but it definitely feels like something that would have. They have a whole, like you said, treehouse to catch things like this.
Exactly.
Part of their job.
Yep. So what
And
the
they
hell
totally
happened?
missed that.
Yep. I mean, what, 1,000 spirits? Like, I don't know. There's a lot to that game. Apparently, to unlock everything in World of Light, it's like 35 hours.
Wow.
But the word on the street is that the ending, like if you're a Nintendo fan, like you have to beat it because the ending is incredible for a Nintendo fan. And I don't know what that means, but that's a lot of time.
It is a lot of time. There's a lot to the game.
So much. Oh my God, it's amazing.
But it's so good.
So good.
This is the ultimate Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
I got my code for Piranha Plant today.
Oh, nice. I probably do too. I'll have to check it out.
So I got to put that in so I can get Piranha Plant when that comes out.
I think it's probably next month.
I think it's January.
Yeah. Because I think
Which
February
probably means Joker is...
I think Joker's February.
Yeah, I was thinking February or March. I know they didn't date it. They just said early.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah, it could be March for sure. And then I like I've been having some fun with online. I know some of the more competitive players are having some problems with online, but I really like the arena mode, where that's the place where like I found that you can really just do the one-on-one stock battles, and then it's easy to like hook up with friends there. Like you just make an arena, and then you just search your friends' arenas, and then just go. That was fun playing with you.
I know people are having problems with it in different ways, but I will say from a developer standpoint and like things I've been thinking of, I love how they represent the arena.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Absolutely.
How people are there, and you can be like, oh, I want to line up in a queue to fight someone, or I want to sit in the stands and just spectate the fights as they happen. The way they visualize that and make it feel like you're in a space with other people is pretty great. So it's just a way haven't seen multiplayer presented before.
Yeah, I just wish that you could spectate and stay in line at the same time.
Yeah.
And maybe there is. I haven't figured out how to do it, but for the most part, it just seemed like a really nice system to get into one-on-one battles.
I've seen streams where someone's been in line waiting, and they've been seeing the games. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah, there's got to be something not figured out yet then. I don't know. But overall, it's just classic mode to me is where it's at, because there's so much care put into the unique story, basically. Like they curate it in terms of like who you're going to fight and how they represent the battle, and then the final boss is different for a lot of the characters.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't realize that was going to be a thing, so I played Link, and you get to the end and you're like facing Ganon, and I was like, Ganon, not Ganondorf? And then it's Pig Ganon, and I was attacking him, and nothing was happening. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, his tail is different color. Let me attack the back instead.
Yeah, you have to get over him. Yeah.
Have you done the classic mode for Simon or Richter yet?
No, because I haven't unlocked Simon or Richter.
Oh, okay.
I have to beat Simon first. I have Simon waiting for me, and I've
okay.
lost to him many times. I will tell you, Jigglypuff is not a good character to fight Simon with.
No, probably not.
It's really bad.
Unless you can get in there and sleep on him.
Way more range.
Oh, God.
Way more range than Jigglypuff has, and I just got my ass kicked.
Yeah. Oh, man. I haven't gotten Simon yet, but I had Richter, and he's fun to play as. But the classic mode boss, I mean, you can probably figure it out. But the way it's represented and the way the battle goes is pretty fun. So
nice.
It's nice how smartly they put this thing together. How much care. God,
classics have I done? I did Mario Classic.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah, because
Hello? Hello? I think we lost Anthony. Let's see if we can get him back.
That was weird.
That was very strange.
Did Skype in for you?
No. It showed
like my Skype just shut down completely.
Fucking Microsoft.
Like the window was just up, and then it was gone.
Well, that was fun. I think I'm going to keep that in. I'm not going to edit that out because that was funny.
Okay.
But goddamn Skype. Anyway.
So yeah, I think I was just saying I played with Mario.
Yeah, what was that? What was the boss in Mario? Is it Bowser?
Bowser.
Okay.
Yeah, and then really big Bowser.
Oh, nice. Giga Bowser.
It has a second phase to it. I've done him. I did Link, but I did Zelda before Link. because I had unlocked Zelda.
So the end of Zelda's Ganon too, right?
Yes. Is it Ganon? It's Ganon and then transforms to Ganondorf.
Oh, interesting.
It does a transformation one.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, then I did Link. I think I've only finished those 3 because then the rest of my time has been doing Smash.
Oh, nice.
With my family,
Yeah.
or some multiplayer with you, or Smash with Carl, our friend, when he's been here.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I think I've done like
up.
8 or 9.
Love the game.
Oh God,
Love this game.
This is the best classic mode has ever been. So it's basically like 74 individual campaigns. I just wish you can get rid of that freaking race to the end game because that is so dumb. I don't need that in my Smash.
Race to the
the bonus game in the classic mode.
The side scroller.
Yep.
Just die.
Oh really? That just ends it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You don't lose. You just go on to the next fight.
Oh, then I will do that because I don't care. And also, shooting the credits at the end is fun, but after like 10 times, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and then I realized you could fast forward it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice Easter egg when you first get to it. After even the second time, I was like, I don't want to do this every time. I'm done.
Yep. Exactly. So big thumbs up for Smash. Also played a little bit of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I played it last night for an hour just to finish the Minotaur quest. So basically, last night just got into the labyrinth and fought him, or noodled around to get to him, and then fought him. Yep. And it was a pretty straightforward fight. Like, it wasn't that difficult. It was just big health bar, but it wasn't.
I assume it was more difficult than mine.
Why?
I killed him in 2 hits.
Oh God! What?
I came in and I crit heroic striked him.
Mm-hmm.
Took 3/4 of his life off, and then I did the press both attacks down and did that thing.
Oh, the overcharge.
And then crit that as well.
What the hell? How the fuck does your heroic strike take off that much health?
Because I had like 100,000 assassins damage.
Jesus.
And then I crit it.
Okay, I need to tweak my person then, because I feel like I'm at a higher level than you were. I was at level 49 when I went in there.
Yeah, I just do a lot of assassins damage.
Yeah.
My build was very much set on high crit chance and assassins damage.
Wow.
And, I wrecked that fight. Like 2 hits, done.
Oh shit! Yeah, when I did a heroic strike, I took off probably 1/8 of his bar. So wow, big difference.
Yeah, it was insane.
Cool. So yeah, a little more difficult than that. You have the whole arena where it's like a circle kind of thing, and you're fighting all around, and then halfway through, maybe it's you too, where he kind of gets mad, crushes the ceiling, and it comes down and cuts off half of the room.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That was he got off a little bit of that before I got my next attack off.
Nice.
So it's an auto, just skip to that second phase.
So I've just got Medusa left then.
Yeah, Medusa was a lot harder.
Yeah, I assume
Medusa
so.
took me a number of tries.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in the Medusa fight. So it was good, though. It was a really cool fight to finish.
So I might finish that storyline before the end of the year. I should, hopefully. Not sure about the cultists, but I will definitely, before the end of January, probably have finished those 3 storylines.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then start doing the DLC, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that should be out any time now, right?
It came out on the 4th. It's already out.
The first chapter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Came out last week. I haven't touched it, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so much to play. So much to play. Good time to be a gamer.
It really is. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've played anything but Smash showing up.
Nice.
Yeah. And my game with you and with a couple other people.
Right.
So
yeah, hope you got some good feedback.
It's been good watching other people play.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely seeing the weird places of what we have and where we need to adjust, even if it's the pitch or things that we need to mark down and say, hey, this does need to change.
Right.
When we start building this for real.
Right.
Because man, you wouldn't believe how hacked together this thing is.
Yeah, I don't understand the technical components behind it, but I understand slapping together a project.
It ran fine for you. It probably seemed fine, like most everything was working, but it's terrifying.
Yeah. Feels like it's duct taped together.
Oh yeah, it totally is.
Yeah. No, it ran great. There was that little pause when I forget what I was doing. The little hiccup that you're like, you know exactly why I was doing that hiccup.
Oh yeah. The Pathfinder. It is a computation thing that I know I am brute forcing that I really shouldn't be brute forcing. There's a much better and cleaner way to do it, but I did not have time to implement that. So you get brute force, which causes a slight hitch.
Yeah, just a small hiccup. That's totally manageable for now. But no, it was cool to play. I hope you're getting good feedback, and I'm looking forward to seeing the next build for sure.
Yep. If people follow my Twitter, you'll see screenshots of stuff as time goes on.
That's at Summer Speak. Check them out.
At Summer Speak, yep. So yeah, I will be probably sharing more as time goes on, as we are getting a lot of final art in.
Yeah.
I put final in quotes. It's not really final. Pitch final, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
right. When do those happen? Later in the year? Next year?
Starting January.
Shit.
Is when we start doing all the pitching. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Time to get going.
We have, as a company, we have a holiday break. Actually, it's a full-on Christmas break. I get 2 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
From December 20th to January 3rd.
Nice.
So once that breaks up, then it's all go. Pitch all the time.
Shit.
Make sure everything's functioning and going, and so it's crazy. It's insane. But we continually getting good feedback and generally positive and being like, it's actually getting kind of scary because you're usually used to people going like, this sucks. You shouldn't do this. And we haven't had anyone say, nah, this is bad. So usually you have at least someone, and there's a certain level of anxiety when you're like, like this is too much good feedback. Where's the bad feedback? Like, this is terrible. Don't make this. What are you doing?
Well, you're probably in a sweet spot where you're getting constructive feedback, but also some positive stuff too. That's a good place to be.
There's good constructive feedback. Yeah. There's always constructive feedback, which is great. But we've never sat down with someone that's like really just done the like, you guys really shouldn't pitch this game. Oh wow. Or like someone that's going to be completely like, no, this is terrible. Everyone's like, no, this is a great idea. You should continue pushing this. Like, okay. Cool. Well, that's exciting for 2019. Yeah. And scary. I hope so. It is scary. Take out Ridley. That's my advice. Yeah. Or just go all in, right? Add some Mario Ridley in there. I mean, it's just. I mean, Smash Brothers is out. They can do it. Why can't we? Yeah, right. I don't think there's any answer to that question. Why can't you? Yeah. Exactly. Well, on that note, let's end episode 169 of Prof and Dev Play Games. We've enjoyed having you here. Again, if you like our show, please rate us on your podcast service of choice, and we will be back next week to talk about who the fuck knows whatever's going to happen this week. Night, folks. Later.